The Gigabyte Windforce RTX 4060 OC is an easy recommendation for entry-level gaming rigs. It's built with one purpose in mind: mainstream 1080p gaming. The 4060 serves this purpose very well, and the Windforce edition from Gigabyte adds a robust cooling solution, a full metal backplate, and a slight uplift in performance. Compared to its predecessor, the Windforce RTX 3060, the 4060 version has less of an angular design and a more textured appearance on the front. The backplate is also a bit bigger, but it still only requires 2 PCIe slots in your system. Other than that, the Windforce cooling solution and the fans are quite similar. Design-wise, this is not a graphics card that will blow you away. The design is mostly plastic for the cooler housing, and it's painted in a uniform black. This color scheme can also be seen on the two 80mm fans, which have a silver Gigabyte logo in the middle. These fans spin in alternate directions, which helps increase airflow pressure for lower temperatures. Lastly, there's no RGB lighting here. Compared to the reference or founder's edition of the 4060, the Windforce version has a slight factory overclock. The boost clock has been bumped up from 2460 MHz to 2475 MHz, which translates to only slightly better performance. Still, it's free performance at the end of the day. Apart from that, it has the same 128-bit bus width, 8 GB of GDDR6 memory, and a TDP of 115 watts. It's also important to note that instead of the 12-pin power connector seen on the Founders Edition 4060, Gigabyte is using a simple 8-pin connector here. This is ideal, as the 8-pin connector is more than enough for the TDP of this card. The older power supplies that don't have a 12-pin connector won't have any compatibility issues. Performance-wise, the Windforce RTX 4060 OC is a respectable card at 1080p. The 8GB VRAM limitation means this won't be the best choice for 1440p gaming, but you can't buy a 1440p GPU for under $300 these days anyway. That's just the state of the gaming hardware at the moment. Fortunately, Nvidia's bonus features, such as DLSS and frame generation, make this a viable option for budget gamers. At 1080p, this Gigabyte card can handle esports titles such as Black Ops 6, Marvel Rivals, and Fortnite at around 115 FPS at medium to high settings. More demanding single-player games aren't too bad either, as Black Myth Wukong and Silent Hill 2 run at 60 FPS at 1080p with medium to high settings. While pumping out that excellent performance, Gigabyte's cooling solution does a great job of keeping temperatures in check. In a decent-sized mid-tower ATX case, the card rarely exceeds temperatures of 75 degrees Celsius. Considering Gigabyte is only using a single double-length heat pipe, that type of thermal performance is quite reasonable. Unfortunately, it does get a bit louder than some higher-end GPUs. Compared to the previous generation Windforce RTX 3060, the coil whine is a bit more noticeable here. Nevertheless, it's not too bothersome, especially when you have headphones plugged in. As for the competition, the MSI Ventus 2X and Zotac Twin Edge 4060 variants are viable alternatives. Both of them are a bit cheaper, but the Gigabyte Windforce version has the better cooling solution out of the three. It's only $10 to $20 more expensive than the other two options, so the better cooling makes it a better pick. So, you're getting fantastic performance for mainstream 1080p gaming, great power efficiency thanks to the minimal TDP, and a cheap price to boot. The Windforce RTX 4060 OC might not be the most impressive GPU out there, but it's certainly a great option for budget gamers. To sum up, what I like is the affordable price, the reasonable thermal performance, the widely compatible 8-pin power connector, and the slight factory overclock. On the downside, the design is a bit generic. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can check prices in the description below. And if you're interested in more PC building suggestions and hardware reviews, be sure to check out more of my videos. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to stay updated, and let me know your opinion and suggestions in the comments. See you in the next one.